Now let's chat about how to use your viewer engagement analytics for your lead scoring model and how you can qualify leads based on your video engagement data. So let's review a lead scoring scenario here. I'm going to review 3 different leads, and I want you to think about who is the most qualified lead. Lead number 1 reads a blog and downloads a related ebook. Lead number 2 reads an email and then registers free 2-minute explainer video, followed by a 3-minute customer testimonial, followed by about 10 minutes of video content within the Thought Leadership Library. Drop into the chat, who do you think is the most qualified lead? Give it a second here. My bet is that you would likely score leads 1 and 2 higher than lead 3 because of the actions they took, even though you don't know if lead number 1 actually read the ebook, and you don't know if lead number 2 will actually attend that webinar. However, consider lead number 3. This is likely your hottest and most engaged lead, but you might be underestimating their interest because it only looks like they visited a couple of pages on your website. There are 3 main different ways you can set up your lead scoring model. We have basic, intermediate, and advanced. The most basic way to set up this data is to set up a general rule across your marketing automation platform for all of your video view events. So you could do something like, if a video is watched more than 50%, you can assign them a point value of, let's say, 20 points. And this number will depend on your lead scoring model. You can also set this up for just a view, or you could set up threshold points. So let's say if a video view is for 50% is 20 points, and a video view over 90 step is to move to a more intermediate scoring model. And this is for identifying key videos that indicate higher interest and higher intent and scoring them in a more sophisticated way. So let's say someone watches a product demo on your website. Instead of giving them 20 points, you might choose to create a custom rule where if the video watched is a product demo video and the viewer watches more than halfway through, we're going to give them 50 points. But if they watch greater than 90%, we'll give them 100 points because they would be considered a more qualified lead, and we want to pass them to our sales teams faster. Or let's say you have an on-demand webinar. You could set up a rule based on the length or duration of consumption. So if they watch any webinar for more than 10 minutes, you give them 50 points or 100 points because that viewer is showing that they are actively engaging in our content. And again, they're leaning in. Not only can you rely on points, but you can also pick key moments that trigger somebody to become a marketing qualified lead to be passed to sales. So again, let's use our product demo example. And let's say they watch the video all the way to the end. But instead of giving them 100 points, you can set up a trigger to make this person an MQL immediately when they hit that threshold. Keep in mind, this is all customizable depending on your business and the content that you believe to be the most valuable. So comb through your existing content and identify, which videos are showing higher intent, and make sure you score them in different ways to get those leads to your sales teams faster. Moving into our more advanced scoring model, it's taking our intermediate scoring approach and making it scalable across all of your videos. So in this advanced model, you can use something called custom attributes. Custom attributes are a way of tagging each of your videos with different classifications. So you can create a general rule for any of those viewing activities. So perhaps we create a custom attribute called funnel stage, and we have the values top of funnel, tofu, mofu, and bofu. And each time I upload a video, we can tag the video as such, saying it's top of funnel, bofu, etc. So those tags are also going to be passed to your marketing automation platform. So now we can set up a rule that say, if someone watches a funnel stage tofu video and they watch it more than halfway through, we're only going to give them 20 points because, it's top of funnel. But if they watch a bofu video more than halfway through, we're going to give them 100 points because it shows better buyer intent. You could also set up a custom attribute of video type. So maybe you have a promotional video or a product video or testimonial. You could set up the rule based on the type of video. So if someone watches a customer testimonial all the way to the end, you're going to trigger them to be an MQL, so it can be passed to your sales team. And this scales really efficiently because every time you upload a video, you can simply add the different attribute and the lead scoring model really takes care of itself. And this allows you to identify your engaged leads faster and helps your sales team be more efficient in how they're prioritizing their leads.